Good morning, everybody. You guys, it is time for social media Monday mornings, and I have a special guest. How are you, Anna?
I'm great. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, everybody on Facebook and wherever else we're tuning in from. How you doing?
Yeah, so we actually are on Facebook in the Moms Building Online Businesses group.
Okay.
We also have this going over to my business page and to the YouTube channel. So let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Anna, I'm going to take a quick second and pin this to the top.
Okay.
And done. So say hey if you guys are here. Carla is tuning in, watching.
Hi, Carla.
This is actually, Anna, I'm going to share real quick, everybody, what's going on. We're going to kind of do a virtual party recap today, and I want to focus also on you as a virtual partier who has really found a way to build your brand and make parties work for you. So before we do that, I'm going to do my quick recap. So Anna, you can sit back and smile and look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And everybody that's popping on, say hey. If there's party advisors on here, go ahead and tag some people. So you guys know that we have, and Anna, you know, we went through Virtual Party Challenge last week, right inside of our Moms Building Online Businesses group. So if you guys are watching this anywhere else, get into the Moms Building Online Businesses group if you're not there yet, because that's where we do all the things, right?
Yes.
And then we invite everyone to come into the program that you're in, Anna, which is our Evergreen Program. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes just to review what I think are key things that everybody should have taken away from challenge. And then Anna, if you want to chime in, if there's anything that was like key for you when you went through that first, you can chime in there too. But as we go through this, first of all, you guys, the Virtual Party Challenge recordings will be up through this Saturday. So if you guys are like, I need to, go through that again. Did you have to do that, Anna? Like go back through trainings again?
Oh, yes, I did. And I'm so glad that I did, because you have so much information that is so good, so impactful, and I don't know, like honest and real. And to get it all in one try, not going to happen. And for me, because I'm a sports fan, so if there's a fellow sports fan out here, they'll understand this. It's like watching film, and you go back and watch the same play over 10 times, if not 15 times, because you see it from every angle. And that's just hearing that message. I wish I would get everything on the first try, but that is not true. And then there's things that you just share that resonate and stay, and they make that impact long-term. So I appreciate that you have that time, because one, the world doesn't work with my schedule all the time. I don't get to win every single day, and that's okay. Because sometimes, things happen on a Thursday and you got to take care of that, or, and then Saturday you do have a time where you can actually truly say, I need to go to minute 7:35.
Yeah.
And this is where this applies to me, and I need to hear that. And to have that flexibility and that capability is just amazing. And it's a difference maker. It really is.
Yeah. So we have all those recordings up. If you guys are like, what is she talking about? I can go back through it. Yes, you can. Everybody in the Moms Building Online Businesses group, if you go up to the announcements, just go up to the top when we're done here. I put together one post that has all the recordings from the actual trainings. Nice. If you guys had the actual registered ticket, the bonus event was emailed out to you. Okay. And we've had people popping in all weekend long to talk about their experience with the program and their experience with working with us. So what I want you guys to take away, and I would love to hear from everybody watching, what you really feel like if you had to do like 2 things, just 2, and I know there might be a whole lot more, but if you're like, these are the 2 things I'm going to implement from what I learned last week, what would those 2 big takeaways be? Because you can like learn a bunch of stuff and then never apply it. And was that really a good use of our time together? Probably not. And then there's some people who know that they need help implementing it. They want the personalization, and they're going to move into Evergreen, which does close tomorrow. Okay. So what I think the biggest thing for me, if you guys think about day 1, the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from day 1, if you haven't yet, is really like your mindset around your parties, how you're going to build your business, and treating your business like a business. And just remembering that done is better than perfect, because, and Anna, you're going to be a testimonial to this. I know that you love to like prepare a lot and really have things in place. And I'm kind of like, I just throw it out there. So there's a really great balance sometimes where we have to push people to say, just get it out there, because if we
Mhm.
don't get it out there, nobody's going to see it.
Right.
So day one, I really loved the part about just really, why are we doing business? Yes, you're going to learn how to do parties. And if you learn from Anna today, you can call it whatever you want. But that was a big thing. And then we talked about how to get hostesses, how to hostess coach. And then we moved into that also more on day two. And I think a big thing that changed my business was once I actually started working with my hostess to help guide her. So hostess coaching is another big one. I want you guys to evaluate, if you are doing parties, how are you working with your hostess to guide her through the process, not just assume that she knows what to do. And then on day three of training, it really is my favorite day. On day three, we talk about how to sell more, how to do bundles, how to do games, and how to follow up. And the biggest thing I think I want you guys to take away from day three, if you want to go back to that, is sometimes your timing is not that person's timing, and don't assume
Mhm.
lack of interest just because people didn't take action. What I assume, like say Anna, you don't take action on something, I'm going to assume maybe she doesn't know what it is, right? Maybe
Right.
she still has questions. Maybe there's lack of clarity, or maybe she is interested, but not right now. So do I have a nurture sequence so that when you're ready, I'm the one in front of you? So those are my big things that I like to, really emphasize. And of course, we give you party scripts and party ideas and verbiage. And that group messenger chat is always a really, really big one.
Mhm.
So, okay, so that's a little bit of like what we did last week. If none of this is familiar to you, go up into the announcements of the Moms Building Online Businesses group. Go through that training before it's all down on Saturday, unless you grabbed a mega bundle ticket. If you got the VIP ticket, you've got extended recording access that will be emailed. If you're an Evergreen student or an OMS student, we upload all those for lifetime access as well. So I see people kind of sharing. Catherine says that she loved offering bundles and sets. You do that, Anna, right? You're with Color
Yes.
Street. And
Yes.
so your company is different because you only have one product, but how do you bundle for one product?
Um, just a couple of different ways, and I actually learned it from my upline. I was very fortunate. Mystery bags work really, really well. I have a couple of fun other ideas I want, been thinking about in the background that I want to put together that tie into my brand. So mystery host and like mystery bundles, we call them grab bags. Work, use a term that works best. And when I say grab bags, then I tie it to a savvy shopper deal. And I like that fun title. It sounds catchy. And with that, like they don't just get the product, they get something from me as well. So I have a chance to personalize it. I have a chance to send them something personalized in the card. And so it's more than just the product. Like when I send it out, I want it to be a party in an envelope. And that's, because when you get the mail, it's either junk mail or it's never really anything fun or good. And I figured when it comes, I want them to be beyond excited. And then as they're opening, that excitement just continues to grow. And so that's part of what I did. And that was very helpful. And that was a new strategy that I actually just implemented probably midsummer. And that was the first time. And I did it for 90 days. And I would have not have done it for 90 days without you, because the first one wasn't too good, but was the third one that it started to catch on, and it really helped boost my sales.
That's so important. You guys, Jacinda commented something she took away, and it ties in what Anna just said. When we do things, sometimes the first time is a big hit, and sometimes the first time's a flop, but there is a law of averages. And if you don't treat business like business, you'll get caught up in the result of the first time. And if it's really, really great, and then the second one's a bomb, you're like, what did I do wrong? Or if the first one kind of doesn't get the result you want, you've got to tweak. And so we always talk about not making a large amount of changes all at once, but little tweaks along the way. So I love that. Okay, here's a question.
Okay.
How do you do that for a hostess party to count toward her rewards? So when you're doing your grab bags, Anna, I don't know, every company is going to be different. Do you credit rewards?
Yes. So if they do the grab bag, it does go towards the hostess rewards. I treat it like cash and carry type of deal. So I usually have 5 grab bags, and I do them for $30, and that includes shipping. So if all 5 sell, that would hit the minimum amount of rewards, even if no one else did Color Street's deals that we have every single time. So they just send it to me, whether it's Venmo, Cash App, check, cash, depends if we're in person, online, all those things. And I literally just take that. Then I'm like, when I go, I can go place an order on that hostess link and they can get credit for it. Now, because we do Evergreen, if it's not a guest of my host and it's someone I invited, it goes on my link. So that's how I track it.
I love it. Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about that. So if you are doing our Evergreen program, one of the first things we do is we teach you how to have this party every week in one group. And some people kind of understand the concept. Some still have questions on that, but that's why we have a full program that's the foundation of. But what you just said is one of the benefits of that. And we're going to share your group today. We're going to talk a little bit about how you landed on your brand, how you made it personal, where it like brought you joy. You got excited about your business instead of the place that you have said you were really ready to quit when you first started with us. Mm-hmm. So one of the benefits, you guys, is what Anna just alluded to. It's not just going to be your hostess and her guests at that party, right? So Anna, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a screen share of your group. But while I'm doing that, why don't you tell us where you were at with your business when you and I first met? And we met through Virtual Party Challenge, just like everybody's in now. And then you did decide to move into Evergreen. And so talk a little bit about where you were at with your business and then how you did start to kind of come up with the word social that resonated with you far more than parties, how you started to get excited about your brand and even build it. And then I'm going to pull up a screen share as you're doing that.
Okay, great. And that is like a little question. Oh my.
Okay, sorry.
I'll try and see if I can do justice. Oh my goodness. So I was laid off because of the pandemic, and after 6 months, was still not called back to my employer, and it was a mom and pop shop. So didn't know just where things stood, and unfortunately, things were getting worse. They weren't getting better. So my upline has talked to me several times about.
Sorry, hold on. I made your face go away.
Okay.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
I wanted you to be talking while I. Hi guys. How do I bring Anna back? Oh my gosh, what did I do? Anna, come back.
I'm here. I don't know. Is there add to stream? There I am. Okay, there.
I want to show only your face while I'm toggling the screen. So you're going to be on by yourself for just a second.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So where I was, my upline kept talking to me about joining Color Street, and I was just like, no. And then finally, she's like, you can do this. And I was like, can I really? And I love the product, and just fell in love with it. Fell in love with how easy it is, and that like, oh my gosh, I can actually have some fun with a beauty brand and be fashionable. So took the plunge, talked with my husband, and he said yes. And I was like, what? And from there, just what did I do? Oh my gosh, what did I sign myself up for? And then just trying to navigate what is the next step, and just complete overwhelm. So I am familiar with the Facebook parties and everything, and I've been to quite a few of them, and they were okay, just nothing stood out. And I was like, if I'm going to do this, though, I want something different. I know we're on a screen, but I want something to come through with me. So I started to search just different ways, and not that and I call it the old way, the other way. It's not wrong. It just wasn't for me. And it works for most of the direct sales out there, and that's fantastic. And I celebrate it. And I even learned, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it didn't work for me. And I had to find a way for me to be me, or was not going to stay. And so I felt that there was a stigma with Facebook parties. And I literally put that in the Google search, how to remove the stigma with Facebook parties. Read a great article, and I was like, okay, just some, good tidbits to take with me, and didn't think anything more of it. And I was like, okay, we're going to try and do this. And I'm on Facebook a couple days later, and I see Kathy's ad. And I was just like, virtual parties. And it just had this different tone. There was something about her ad that I was just like, let me click on it. And then I did. And I was like, let me give this a shot. So took the first virtual party challenge, and she was the answer to my prayers that I didn't even know existed. And from there, boy, did I learn that there is so much more to this. And then I was like, can I really do this? So I actually went through 2 virtual party challenges, and it was the second one that I really got involved. But let me go back one moment. On Christmas Day, I believe, is either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I have to go back and check. But Kathy did a game, and it was Merry Christmas game. And I actually won and was able to get any, one of her prizes. And I chose the digital package for like online marketing, because I was like, this is where I really struggle. And I was thrilled. I cried. It was like the best Christmas gift ever. And then was just on notice when her challenge came out in January. And I was like, I'm really going to, check this out again, because there was so much good information. And I think you guys can share how much she already gives you in the challenge, how much she teaches you, and how much that is like so helpful. And then, that is just on a scale like 1,076 times more in Evergreen. So with that, that's where I found more of my, I'm not sure what the word, I'm trying to think of the word because it makes sense in my head. But I found more of a place, and a place that I understood that I wanted to do something a little bit different, where I can still be me and, tie that all in. And that is what I learned from the challenge. And in that challenge, in January, I happened to be awarded a Evergreen scholarship. So that by far was the best gift I've probably ever received in my entire life. And I cried. Like when I saw my name pop up on the screen, I was like, and then I was like, oh gosh, I got to figure out. And I was like, honey, I already know what I want for my birthday, my Christmas, and anniversary gift for the rest of the year. And because of Kathy's challenge, I'm literally still in direct sales, because I had 1 foot in, but 1 foot out, because I just didn't feel confident in my skills, confident in my message, where to go, what to do, and really come from a place where I wanted to come from, which was serve, serve people, serve customers, lead with value, lead with love. And those are the things I try to do every single day in my life. And some days I hit it really great, and other days I'm like, we're working on that. So, so that's kind of like how I found it. And then, did that answer the question? I don't know. So I don't know if that was helpful.
Well, and here, hey, part of my StreamYard died on my computer, so I'm so glad you just kept going, because I literally can't get back in on my computer, so I'm on my phone. So okay. You guys, if you have questions, I was trying to share your group. So what I would like you to do, Anna, if you didn't while I was out, is it's not letting me share my screen on my computer. It literally just died. But your group is called Super Fun Nails in a Snap, right?
Yes.
Did you talk at all about that? How you came up with that? How you came up with your colors?
No.
Sunflower. Okay, so that's what I want to ask you about now. And I am going to do day 3 of homework, you guys, today, just so you know. Unfortunately, it's not going to let me screen share since I'm sitting on my phone now, but I've got the homework winners pulled up as well. But what I want people to focus on, there are going to be people in this group who are like, parties don't resonate with me, or the word doesn't, or the concept doesn't. And what I kind of encourage people to do, I was talking to Jessica, who's a top leader with Norwex, and she's like, Kathy, I just love that you teach parties, because she's like, how do people really find leads, get people in front of a purposeful presentation? And so we understand the concept of that basic sales funnel is like dump in the leads, get them into the conversation, get them to the presentation, have them pop out. But until you really feel like your business represents you, it's really hard to get excited about sometimes just selling a product. And that is, I think, where you went from, I can't resonate with this, I can't get excited about this. And then you worked with Kristen, you worked with me in coaching, and Kristen, I think, was a huge one, your advisor for you. And then Vicki, I was going to guess, probably helped you with some branding stuff. And you landed on this thing called the Sunflower Social. And now you do these parties. You guys, if you've never been to Anna's parties, Anna, if they're allowed to come in your group, you can invite them in and tell them all that in a minute here. But her parties are so personalized, first of all, the brand is personalized to you, but the party is personalized to your hostess. And one of the things I bragged on you in a VIP session about was your little like Google form you have your hostesses fill out, and you ask them these questions. I'm like, what does this have to do with selling nails? But it has to do with you getting to know me so you can bring me into that experience. And that's what we talk about, is give people an experience. Don't just post and sell products. Because if you can do that, they're only going to want to shop with that person that gave them the experience and gave an experience to their guests. So how did you land on Sunflower Social? And then tell us about the whole like pink theme that you have going on in your group too, and just things that resonated with you that you were able to build into your brand.
Yes. When I first started, I didn't even think all this was even possible, wasn't even in my thought process. It was more like, how do I sell this product and be good at it? And through coaching, we do have coaching sessions with Kristen, and I went to like every single one, because I just wanted to end the overwhelming feeling of not getting it right and finding a way to be good. And through that, and just talking with Kathy through several coaching calls, group calls, and just hearing other students, like you learn so much too, just from hearing other students, and it starts to plant seeds. And part of my niche and who I wanted to serve, that's where the sunflower kind of stems in. And and it's been a huge part of my life in this group that I'm with. And I was like, this is part of who I want to serve. And the best thing that I got from there was sunflower love. And I'm like, we need more of it in the world. And we need women and friends and moms and, brothers and dads. Like everyone needs to be reminded that they're needed here, because we often, lose a lot of people through things in life. And sometimes they go through really hard times. And if someone is doubting, I want them to be reminded that someone says you're here and you're wanted. And that is part of like where this came from. And it's hard to talk about that with others who may not have that thought process, or, like in your program, I felt I could explore that and share that, not sound, I'm not even sure what the word is. But I felt like that I was able to explore that, and then, and feel like, how do I tie this up? How do I get that? And challenge myself, around the house while I'm cleaning, on drives to the grocery store. And then just learning that I didn't have to do everything the way everybody else did. That's and right. Part of when you think about businesses out there and how many businesses are out there, everybody can do the way that they want it. And I was like, oh my goodness, this actually can apply to me. I don't have to do it every other way. And I remember you going on a live talking about it's okay if you don't like the word party. You find a way to make it your own. So I did party, and I did a search for synonyms for party, and I found social. And I've been a social butterfly probably ever since I've been in college. So that really resonated with me. And I want things to be fun. I want my gosh, you say like, we can just go get coffee. I'm like, text me, call me up. I will be there. Like, that's how social I love being. So that word really resonated with me, because I want it to be fun and light, and we do things, and it's like sharing time with your girlfriend, and we don't get to do that. Yeah. And if I can do that online or in person, I will take it. And then I was like, well, I need something to go with it. Yeah. And then I was like, well, what am I about? And then I was like, what do I want more in the world of, and how do I send it? And that's where Sunflower came. And here is Sunflower Social. So I love them. I have fun with them. I didn't know what was going to be with them, but I knew from there, it gave me a platform to really say, really help me think about what I want to do to make sure my hostess feels special. Because it is giving of their time and, their friends. And I want them to know that, like, I absolutely appreciate, adore, and love them. And this was the one way I can make sure that I can, do something for them and have fun surprises for them. And you know. So, but if anybody wants to, you know, check it out, you know, from the moms group, it's Super Fun Nails in a Snap is the Facebook group. You are more than welcome to come in and check it out. Ask me any questions. You know, like, I love it, and it just gives you a different way to, you know, see how they do.
I love it. Elisa says she's out here Googling synonyms for party. Sarah Inman just dropped your group link below. And I think this is probably, like, some people have been asking, like, do I need the program? Do I need the program? People who are searching for help in personalizing the process, they need people, they need a community, they want to work together with people, not do it by themselves. That's what we do inside the program. And Anna has become a huge part of the community, and that you've connected with a lot of girls that are not color straight, right? And you guys work together on different things. You brought value to each other. And part of the growth of this business for you has been through people helping you really just find your niche, your personalization, because then it is so special. And Anna did a part, I hosted for Anna, and she did it on my birthday. And you guys know I love Tiffany's. She really does go above and beyond. So I always tell people, you don't have to like do all the things Anna does, but I promise you'll pick up, like I told Anna, pretty soon you'll be teaching parties better than I do. There's a few key things that I'm like, that is spectacular. Like that idea, that little twist, that little extra, like your host form, some of the people are commenting below. Those things that make you feel happy, that brings you joy, and your love language may not be Anna's, and how you guys want to deliver the message is unique to you. But Anna's right, like giving back to the people who are truly helping you build your business. I mean, your hostesses, your customers, your guests, you want them to stay. And Anna, your company is one that I always point out to. And now I'm with a jewelry company. It's kind of the same. We're with companies that don't have exclusive customer programs. And what that means is someone may buy from you today. They don't have to log into that same account with you to shop again. Now, companies, a lot of health and wellness companies have like preferred customer. They may not have that challenge as much, because once you have an account, that's who you always shop with to get that pricing. So it's very important for those of you who are with companies that the products are like easy to buy. They're easy to find a rep that sells them. You're going to have to do something to stand apart. And you're going to have to do something to not only bring you joy and personalize it for you, but make it different than the other girls' parties that sell the exact same product. And so we can kind of like, let's see what time it is. We can kind of start wrapping up here. When you guys are thinking about how to truly build businesses and you tell yourself, this isn't working, I want you to know and remember it's clearly working, because there's other people in your exact same companies who are at the top levels. So why is it not working for you is the question. And this is what we do inside of our program. It's not that your company doesn't work. It wouldn't be in business if it didn't work. All the people driving the cars and turning in their comma checks and building teams prove that it works. So typically the difference with what is working for one girl signed up in a company and what isn't, the difference is just simply you. And Anna, you figured out how to figure out you, right? In your company and in your business. And so that is what we really, really love to work with. And Anna has put in the work. I mean, when she first signed up for Evergreen, we were up in the middle of the night, like some late nighter, and it's like 2 and 3 in the morning. She's like, I can't quit binging the content, because she was going to max out the online training that's already provided for you, so that when she showed up online with the teachers, she wasn't having to like be taught what was already created for her. She was able to go, okay, I learned this last night. Now, how do I do this for me and my company, my business, my structure, my life? And that is truly what we love to do. So Anna, did you talk real quick about your L, Legally Blonde, L, whatever, pink and
I did not.
And all that?
No. So my group is Super Fun Nails in the Snap. And that actually was my tagline. It was supposed to be Amazing Nannies with Anna. And I was like, okay. But I was like, nails are just not on fingers. You know, nails are on toes and fingers. So, but my tagline, and after talking with my husband, and he just helps make things simple. He's like, it's got to be easy to say. It's got to be easy to remember. And he helped me choose Super Fun Nails in a Snap. And that ties into like me, because one of my all-time favorite movies is Legally Blonde, and Elle Woods is like one of like my favorite people ever, and I have that in common with her because I am a sorority woman, and that's a huge part. And And I love pink, and that is very important. So literally became that. And like the bend and snap is like my favorite thing. And so these are super fun. They're done quickly, and it just tied in, and it allows me to have that persona in my life, and it does truly bring me joy. I literally can probably say I've seen Legally Blonde, the movie and the musical, probably like over 1,000 times each. Not a lie.
So you found a way to bring that into your group.
I did.
And that's part of like what in the course, it's like how to name your group, what's your niche, what's your value piece that you're going to bring. And Anna's group is Color Street, but it's not just all about nails. And that's super important. We always talk about, you got to 80-20 rule, and, you know, bring 80% value, 20% product promotion when you're building a value group. And you do want to purposely promote your products, or else we're not going to sell, but you want to give people a reason to stay. And that connection with you, that part that you, and then helping them build out that part of them and why they should be in that community is key. So what we're going to do, I've been trying to, my computer just like literally died. Like the whole world died on my computer side. So as soon as we get off here, I'll pop right back on with day 3 of the homework winner, and I'll spin the wheel if it will pull up here. And I'll just do that. Maybe, I don't know if it's interfering with both of us on together. So you guys, I'll do that for you. We didn't get to screen share Anna's group, but Sarah dropped the link below.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys, you know, Anna is a great asset to our community. She does love our program and everything that we offer. And she also loves people a whole lot. So I know that if you get to connect with her on the inside, you'll be like, wow. You guys are very fortunate to get to have Anna in your life. We all are. So thanks for sharing with us, you guys. In closing, virtual party challenge was a blast. We're so glad we got to bring it to the moms group. We're so glad that through that we have the opportunity to get to know this audience more, and that we do get to work on the inside with some of you, just like we get to do with Anna in our Evergreen program. It does close tomorrow. And in case you missed it, Sarah Inman, Anna, I don't know if you saw this, but Sarah Inman is going to do a confidence on camera class. And I don't know if this would have benefited you when you came in, but it's going to be a 1-day intensive workshop with our new students who come in before. That ends today, by the way. That bonus ends today. So if you get into Evergreen by today, you're going to get that extra time with Sarah Inman. And she has that positioning on camera and that confidence on camera that we do love to teach our students. Yeah, you could hide behind the screen and you can post and you can do all the things, but Anna's a testimony. You guys watching her today, would you get the same feeling of who she is if you only saw her in a post or a picture? You don't, right? So that live video is a key component, and it's something we have to grow through and build that confidence. And it is a great way to connect with our audience. So we're excited to give you guys that extra bonus for those of you who get into this program. I can't even share on my screen. Somebody type in the comments below. It's www.pcatu.com/store. So go get enrolled. If you have any questions, reach out to your advisor. Anna, any final parting words before we go?
Yes, just a shout out to all the Evergreen students that I have met, to the advisors, to you. Like, I can't even tell you how much help I have had and what it is. And it's just nice to know that there's a group out there. We're all different companies, but yet if you need to brainstorm, you literally can solve almost any question you have, whether it's with one Evergreen student, with a couple in group coaching or semi. I mean, I have done it every level. And some have longer, like a longer time, longer experience, and they can just help you move forward through that next step. And I am just eternally grateful. And every time I look at my business, like, I remember that, and I know that there's like women cheering for me. And that is just the best feeling in the whole world. And that will always remain with me. So even if I have days where I'm like, oh, how do I stick through this? I'm like, wait a minute. I have a group where I can plug in and I can find help and, get answers and get guidance, and also grow at my own pace. I don't have to go as fast as everybody else.
That's right.
And I think that's what is truly your program is truly individualized, and you don't get penalized if you're moving a little slower than anybody else. They're like, we're going to try and help you work through it, because sometimes you can't go through it until you're ready. Yeah. Everybody's ready for you to jump, but you're just like, no. And
make sure you just keep showing up and you're building it on your pace, and you're getting out of it what you need for your business. And that is so important. And it is true. We're just going to make sure we don't just, we're like, where's Anna? We're not going to let you disappear, but we're not going to push you. Although sometimes I do push you. I'm like, okay, we need to quit thinking and talking about this. And I'm like, before next Tuesday, let's do this thing, right? So there is a good balance. All right,
There is.
thanks for hanging out with us,
you.
Anna. Thanks for joining us and sharing your group and the things that you have done to personalize your business. You guys go catch up with those recordings from Virtual Party Challenge up in the announcements of the group. So that you don't miss out on anything that we learned last week if you need to go through it again. And then we look forward to those of you who are jumping on into that Evergreen program. You'll get to spend lots of time with Anna as well, because she's one of the students who's there all the time, interactive in that community. All right, my dear, I'll see ya.
See ya. Anyone needs me, just reach out.
All right.
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Bye, guys.